We've always been looking for a reason to create a unique, special car. Having seen what one of the other Aston Martin dealers did in particular with their aviation series of cars, we've always hoped to do something at Aston Martin Edinburgh where we can have our own bespoke vehicle. And as car enthusiasts and guys that like getting out driving at the weekend, we thought that with the exposure that the NC500 has brought driving roads in Scotland, we really felt that it'd be a fantastic partnership to try and do.
Well, the North Coast 500 was created in 2015 really as an opportunity to bring prosperity and sustainability to a lot of the Highland communities. And so in creating the route, we've linked together the northern counties of Caithness, Sutherland and Ross and Cromarty in a way that hadn't been done before and has captured the imagination of the world's press and the media and visitors alike.
Well, it's one of the sort of great success stories in Scotland at the moment, the NC500. With the benefit of the exposure that the NC500 has had all over the world, magazines such as National Geographic, we just felt that it gives us as a small family-owned business in Scotland a really great platform to get our name out there. And if we created a car special enough, then the car become known in its own right as something that people would want to own.
One of the important things about North Coast 500 has been our brand association, because we've had such a spectacular early growth, and we see lots of companies that would like to partner with us. But for us, choosing the right partners has been really important. And Aston Martin for us exemplified everything that was good about British heritage and motoring. And this is a touring route, it's a motoring route. And the Aston Martin brand fits so perfectly with us because it's about luxury, and everyone who experiences North Coast 500, regardless of how they do it, will have a luxurious time because they'll be soaking in the amazing atmosphere and seascapes and landscapes that is now regarded as the best in the world. So for us it was an obvious fit with North Coast 500, and we think that there'll be mutual benefits to both the North Coast 500, its brand, what we're trying to achieve, as well as the company itself.
Well, having the chance to create a car for the greatest grand touring route in the world, it's a pretty good platform to have the greatest grand tourer in the world to start with. So we could talk about something as simple as the colour scheme of the DB11 NC500 matches that of the logo. There's actually a lot more to it than that. Prince Charles actually owns an Aston Martin himself, which is in the same colour as the NC500 cars. Prince Charles is really the man behind the North Highland Initiative, which are the organisation behind NC500. So Prince Charles himself has got a real vested interest in NC500, and as a huge Aston Martin fan, we thought it was a great lineage between his car and our car.
One of the things that was important to us is how the partnership with Aston Martin would benefit the North Coast 500. And we see that happening in a number of ways. There is the obvious one, which is the brand association. But it's also about British heritage and Scottish heritage, being one and the same thing. And we certainly see that as we go forward, others will look at that partnership and wonder perhaps with curiosity why Aston Martin would partner with a tourism brand. And we believe this is not just a tourism brand. People are buying into a way of life when they buy into North Coast 500. They're buying into an experience more than anything. Many people have said that the experience of doing the North Coast 500 has been life-changing for them. And I'm sure and firmly believe that those who buy Aston Martins are buying an experience rather than just buying a car. They could buy any car, but they're actually buying an Aston Martin experience.
We wanted something to look Scottish, so therefore the dark blue works well there. The interior is very classic. We want to have some Scottish features inside the car, which is why we have the Dunbeath Castle Tweed featuring in it, the dark open pore wood, and when coupled with the luggage set and finished in the same colour as the interior with the tweed, it really is a very classy looking car.
I've had a sneak preview of the limited edition car, and while there are certain parts that I love all of it. I think as a package it's just fantastic. Inside the car, the Dunbeath Estate Tweed is really special, and it's a special part of the North Coast 500. The wood and the leather, everything goes together to make something that feels understated, and the Highlands are very understated. So even that works well together, but it's a beautiful, beautiful car.
We also decided, rather than creating 6 identical cars, we can actually create 6 individual editions. So there are 6 main spots on the NC500 route. We've created 6 different versions of our NC500 car. So therefore, while a customer is buying one of 6, they're actually buying one of 1. When a client buys an Aston Martin DB11 NC500 Edition, not only will they get to experience the finest Grand Tourer in the world in the DB11 V12, but they will get to experience the NC500 route on a 5-day trip organised by ourselves. The client will also receive NC500 Gold membership, which entitles them to a host of benefits along the route, which they can use anytime moving forward. And finally, the client will have a very individual Scottish-themed car, which was actually the first special edition DB11 made by the brand.